Welcome to the Shirt Was Cashed Live podcast. These are recorded every day at 8 p.m. CST with audience members like you. So if you'd like to be featured on the show, find us on Twitter at Shirt Was Cash and join.
Young.
Yeah, one thing I want to point out is like a lot of things in the show, as it slowly built up, has been very unpredictable. Like a lot of this shit that's been going on with people throwing food everywhere and spilling shit into people's stuff was like a no-go in week one. I remember like week 1, 2, when John did anything like that, like spilled like the mustard stuff, everyone was like fucking mad at him. But now, as the show goes on, it's happening constantly every single day. And then now, again, when Letty does something, the same thing that's done to her, it's again all like it's getting mad at her too. So I just find that kind of like funny how the show progressed, how much of a mess everything happened.
Surplus.
Yeah, I just think it's crazy.
All right,
how,
Paul. Actually, sorry, buddy. Paul. Direct response.
I'm sorry, I'm high. Hit the wrong buttons. My bad.
No worries. Surplus, what's up?
I just think it's crazy how like John was running the whole like you manipulated Morrow into slapping Chris. I feel like this whole thing was John like gassing Chris up until it hit like a critical mass and turned into the cup fiasco.
All right, Moon.
Yo, real quick, what is happening right now? Like, just a fucking update.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, that's not bad. Let's go to Kelly, and then we will do a bit of a recap then.
This is going to sound a little conspiratorial, but I think everything's a bit. I don't know. I just don't see it. I don't see why Chris would bring Yu-Gi-Oh cards or really important documents upstairs. I mean, I don't know. It just day 15 Letty to today Letty is just so vastly different. And in addition, I just feel like just everything is kind of like a loose script that's just kind of being improv'd. That's what it feels like to me, at least.
Yeah, there's a lot of points to both that and this might actually be more serious than we believe. We are in a boy who cried wolf sort of situation regardless. Michael, what's up?
I'm just in shock. Josie's crying in bedroom one, but I'm starting to think this isn't a bit, bros. Like I'm blindsided by this. I thought it was whenever the announcement came, it was because they were going to kick Letty or Chris out for spitting on each other or what. But I'm just flabbergasted by this. Extremely frustrated. I what am I going to do with my free time? I'm sure most of you guys feel the same. This is just so deflating and frustrating and just wow. Like, what can you say?
Yeah, that's how I kind of feel. It's like I don't know exactly how to process. It really occurred to me, the breaking point is when Chris started spitting. Like that just kind of shattered my opinion on things. Johnton.
Well, hold up. Can anybody just explain what happened? So,
All right. Yeah. So where do we actually start? Earlier today, there was a house inspection, and it didn't, like, at least they didn't make it look like a bit. There was a hipster-looking guy that walked around looking pretty angry. He was there for about 10 minutes and then left. So that would be part of initiating this. I will also say, without revealing too much, and I really don't know much, is there is so much going on behind the scenes there of chaos and problems that anything like a production like this you could imagine is facing. They're facing all of it times 10. So there actually probably has been a lot of different curveballs and pressures behind the scene that we thankfully don't have to deal with. And then just really like one portion of it is John, since he's been back. He's been at Letty's throat the whole time. Some people think that is a gaslight. because he has actually been so intense about it. It's been fairly out of character, people would say. But then on the other end of that one is John doesn't tend to lie well, at least. He sometimes tries, and I can kind of catch it every time. So he's a fairly genuine dude, and he's been on Twitter and everything since he left. There is more Letty hate than there is supporters. They are a minority, so I'm sure he has been inundated with more reasons to potentially not like Letty. We saw almost a similar path with Morrow towards different people. Also, just the pressure in that tank, actually being in it, is far more. There's far more pressure in there, and it's a stranger environment than us sitting at home watching it through a screen can fully understand. That's been a question I've tried to ask all the like freeloaders and everything that come in here, just about how is it different being in there. And everyone's basically said it feels heavy and dark. So because you're trapped in this house, no sunlight, so on. So, you know, John has been on her a bit like out of character. People have been watching that. And today, really it started yesterday, Chris has turned up the heat. Some of that has been championed or like egged on by one-on-ones that he has had to go after Letty more. He has. Today, or maybe yesterday, I would say most people would probably agree they noticed it went from Chris kind of being in control of his jokes and what he was doing to Letty almost getting the better of him and under his skin and turning into actual anger. And as we've seen, Chris has a hard time keeping his emotions in and bottled up. Today, that resulted in they've been screaming at each other all day. She went downstairs for maybe an hour, I'm not quite sure. And while she was there, he, did the food stuff, poured condiments all over her stuff, but also wrote cunt on the wall. So that's a new level of even those type of arguments compared to what we've seen building up. And the final like real blowout, just in terms of the fish themselves, was they were arguing. Letty's laughing at everything he's saying, and so he takes it. Words no longer work on her, so he starts spitting in her face, like literally spitting in her face. That was about when the tweet went up with the, what is that, Truman Show ending meme from Jason Goldstriker. And people have had a hard time figuring out if it's gaslight or not. And finally, they all came out as a staff. They said, here, Vance, there's the easiest challenge ever. Just shave your beard off and you'll pass your challenge. So he did that. Letty's kind of standing in the corner, very nervous. You can tell. I wasn't watching Josie, so I'm not sure. And basically they said, hey, is successful as this appears, and there's been big moments, it's making maybe $6,000 or $7,000 a day. And given all of our expenses, it's actually not covering it anymore. And we had the actual landlord come in today, which people who were just watching when it was boring would have seen. The landlord came in today and quoted them $60,000 in damages, that the interior's just absolute mess.
What?
Yeah. So
$60,000? How much is the house supposed to cost itself?
So anyone in real estate, they'll have read Trump's Art of the Deal book. So there's this thing of like anchoring. You say something way outside, like you anchor way higher than what it actually is to start the negotiation. So you never know, but that's at least what they have said. And
Right, but landlord couldn't do that.
I'm not sure. I mean, I'm just taking this as they tell us, right? So let's get more voices in on the hands and then see where this goes. John Tent, what's up?
Thank you for explaining that, bro.
Yeah, so to both your couple points that you were talking about, the one with John going after Letty. I haven't been watching a lot over the last few days. I've been kind of busy. But I do recall that, like the couple days after he left, Letty was like making stuff up about him and saying pretty nasty things, like to Vance, and he was tweeting out pretty upset at her. So I could see how if he's really haranguing her, that wouldn't be like gaslight. It's probably coming from a real place. And then as far as is the show actually over thing goes, I don't know. I still kind of think it's a bit. It's kind of reminds me of like fraternity hazing. It's kind of a thing that goes on with some initiations and things like that. Is that you'd basically giving the people an ultimatum and making them think that they're screwed and it's all over and it's a big letdown, and then turns out to not be the case. It's a big mind fuck. So I feel like that might be what's going on here, but I could be wrong.
Yeah,
Can I just say that whole contract with the physical touch, spitting is physical assault. You can't get that's that. So that's what makes it kind of not a bit like Shirt was saying. Like once the spitting happened, I think that crossed the line, and that's where we're at.
Yeah, it was bad. I mean, it's literally my worst tweet ever. I had just posted like a Chris meme, and then 20 minutes later he starts screaming and spitting on Letty. And so I quote tweeted it, just like, can we save him? He's spitting on a girl right now. And maybe like the first 400 impressions, I got 0 likes and a comment. So people don't even know how to deal with this. Brennan.
Yeah, the Chris shit was really dark. Yeah. As far as the damage goes, the biggest thing, and this is what got me worried yesterday, was taping that weight to Vance's foot was a bad fucking idea. Fixing floors is, I mean, it's a good amount can be salvaged, but especially I think Jet posted at one point a picture of just the corner where it was just absolutely pop marked. There's, I don't know, man. I'm really. I was saying in a chat earlier, it's MDE. It's not over until the screen goes black. But I also don't think. I think Sam understands the heaviness of that Truman Show quote, so I am a little worried. But I don't know, man. I'm really hoping this is a gaslight.
And just to like bring up the mood some, MDE never dies. Fishtank is never going to die. We created something
MDE
here.
never dies.
Whether it ends up being real or not, this has been such an awesome adventure. We've made so many new connections. People have developed so many new skills. And so just regardless of what happens, let's keep that momentum going. We have Frank up here. Do you have any words for us, or are you chilling?
No, I'm just chilling. I don't know I don't know what's happening right now, to be honest with you.
All right. I just gave a recap. Is there anything that you'd like me to touch on before more hands, or?
I'm just be really quick. This is a bit. It has to be. Unless I see them walk out with their packed bags, it's a bit.
It's
And
not
I
a bit,
am
bro.
not convinced.
It's
They
not a bit.
spit on Letty, dude. That's physical assault. Like he's fucked if she wants to take it there. And I don't think the
Yeah,
contract could save him, honestly.
I hate
Well,
to
if
jump
that
in, but I think that was the thing that
I don't
pushed
think
it
it
over
has
the
anything
line.
to do with the spitting. I think the house is like completely and totally obliterated, and it's going to cost a shitload of money to fix it.
how how
Hey
was that?
Frank, don't
Uh,
you think you should be responsible for some of that damage, though? I mean, you did a lot of damage to the house.
No?
No.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
You pay for it.
In like a vampire. That's on them.
It's not my
All
job.
right, yeah, Cody, let's at least chill. No, I mean keep the memes going. It's fine. But all right, John Tent, what's up?
Yeah, I don't really understand why Chris spitting would be like a big deal. Like, if why would they
Chris
why would they
spit
have
on
to end the
somebody?
show? Like, why not just toss him off and let it continue going on? Like everything that they've gotten in,
literally.
all the damage they've already done to the house. It's a sign
I
at this
don't.
point.
I hate to
Keep the
sort
show
of
going.
jump in
Keep
here, but I don't
making
think it's like
the revenue from TTSs and all that stuff, and go with another week. Just stop damaging the house. Like, it doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, but I hate to sort of jump in and just quickly correct this. I don't think it was like the singular point. I think what the people are suggesting in the theory is that there was these financial issues bubbling under the surface, and then you have Chris just, the producers were probably wavering, or they might have already made a decision and tried to push it out for a couple of days, and then Chris decides he's going to start spitting in Laddie's face. And like people have pointed out, spitting is
That's
kind of
so
considered at
sick.
least battery or something like that, and that's probably when the producers just thought, look, there's financial stuff alongside, and now we've got this happening. It's probably just better we just cut it
I
now.
mean,
That's kind
yes,
of what the
spitting
theory
is
is.
technically
I think this guy's right.
like
Yeah.
spitting is technically assault, but like so is slapping. Like you kind of just have to not give a shit at a certain point.
It's
Yeah,
wicked
the
funny too, bro.
slapping
He
was
was spitting
consent.
on her?
Yeah, he was spitting on
The
her.
Yeah, he like
slapping was
walked up to her and
That's
spat in her
People
face.
watch
Chris is
a
awesome.
guy spit on a chick. There was like 10,000 people watching on
So
Fishtank
sick.
Live. That's what was saw. That's
The
the issue.
slapping was consensual. Like Chris just started going up into her face
They
with
both
like no
agreed to the
consent, and just
slapping.
hawking them
Everybody
into her
agreed to the
face.
slapping. That's you can't break that. It's on camera. But the spitting, she didn't agree to that.
You're laughing. The fat guy's spitting on a woman, and you're laughing.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's hilarious. Out of everything that's happened on Fish Tank, that's the shit that people get up in arms
Yeah,
about. It's
yeah, like
fucking
nobody cared
hilarious.
about the
It was pretty
slapping,
tight.
but he spit on her like 3 times in like 30 seconds.
Literally remove Chris from the show immediately, compensate Letty financially some way, and then you move forward. I don't understand how that would end the show.
I don't think
I
it's
think
one
it's the
particular specific thing ending the show. I think it's just like the other guy said. It's just an accumulation of stuff. I think the
it's the
staff is totally burnt out. They've been living there for the whole time. I think it's just like an accumulation of all these things happening that is leading to the end early. Unfortunately, it sucks. It really sucks because everybody wanted to see like the final challenges and how it would all play out, but unfortunately,
Hey, and
it's
some
just
good
not.
news. We did get Lance's beard off. The guy does look like a Chad. He looks better without all of that.
I
Like
don't know if he looks
the
better
balding.
without it.
The
he looks like
humiliation
Mr.
ritual.
Clean. He looks like Mr. Clean, man.
Every bald man
nothing,
looks like
dude.
Mr. Clean.
My coke is
Yeah, but he's
using this to
white and
dump
bald.
coins.
All right. Even co-hosts, please do the hands just for now, unless it's direct, because I have 2 co-hosts, so we can have the maximum people up here. Schizo, what's up?
My cope for all of this is that they're just using this as a trick to get all the viewers to mass dump all their fucking tokens and buy more.
There we go. I like conspiracies. Kvedik, what's up?
What is this, crypto?
I think this was a bit, but not in the way people think. Like I think they were always maybe going to end it, or they at least had a plan to end it early if shit got to a certain point. Like I'm sure they accounted for like, breaking drywall and like shit that could be cleaned up, but when it gets to a certain point of damages, plus like getting burned out, like I'm sure they had like a plan. Like, we might have to end it early.
I'm leaning that way personally. Moon.
Yeah, again, just literally just capitalizing on that point. I don't see how the inventory wouldn't have been taken, that you're gonna have damages. There's gonna be a lot of money you have to spend on, the cabinets that you're destroying and the walls that you're destroying. I guess I just don't understand how that would not be taken into account at the beginning. And maybe it's just an overlook, and that just sucks. But I guess I just don't believe it.
All right, Brennan.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think the real issue, more than the spitting, more than anything, is the fact that they allowed a colored guy to smoke crack in the house.
Good point.
That was a little too far. Also, I just wanted to point out, I don't know if anybody else noticed, but Sam busted that cabinet just directly through it. Week one, and they never stopped opening it to get shit out of the cabinet. They kept opening it. That's been driving me fucking crazy for weeks, and I was just curious if anybody else noticed that.
The few people who have brought that up, it has been an extreme pain point for them. So you are not alone, brother. Surplus.
I think as far as why it's ending now, my theory is there's a time limit on how long you can keep people in a space before shit just gets way too personal. This last week has been a little bit darker in tone than it has been before, and it was only kind of snowballing.
And honestly, some of that dark tone, because if we're actually watching the show, they've had more sort of celebrity-ish people. Saturday was just a big party. When Morrow first showed up that first night, people were really down, but he showed up with drinks, actually brightened the mood for everyone. So in my own tweets and chats, I've sort of been predicting this, is both the people in the show, that includes Jet and all of them, they have had almost no vitamin D, no true working out, none of that for over a month. And even the fans, there's been a lot of comment, including from Jason today a couple times, and just in DMs with people, that the audience itself is kind of strung out right now. So, it's easy to sort of project our own, it's almost unavoidable to project our own health onto how we're interpreting and feeling about the show. Cody,
I mean,
what's
my
up?
sleeping pattern's gone off the walls for it, so.
Yeah, I don't think the show is ending. I think it was after week 3 that we were discussing that it was a financial success for them. So after that would be all profit, right? So, and then also I think
Not if you have a surprise bill.
True. But and I also think Frank might have been in here to gaslight us here too.
Boom. That's my next point. Frank
Absolutely.
Frank and Lance just left at the exact same time. I may be, looking too much into it, but there's a good chance that they're being called into maybe another call or told not to talk about the subject or not.
And bro, I mean, they just did that demonic satanic ritual 2 nights ago. So the whole damn thing is cursed. That whole house is cursed. Guppy, what's up?
So I don't know if you guys can hear me, but if you guys can, I just have one question. If it is financially driven, that's what the whole reason is, they're ending the show. It's costing too much. It's not enough money coming in. How is ending the show a week early and stopping them from making potential revenue for that whole entire week? Even if the house is destroyed, it's not like they can really do that much more damage. I just don't see the actual. I just don't see how that's relevant at all.
And I kind of mentioned before, there actually is a lot going on behind the scenes that they've hidden and protected from us, that they've been putting up with. So it honestly could be this is the end of our line, enough is enough. Chris spitting on Letty, which for all the big Frank supporters, he was in favor of. So we at least got someone take that take, but just everything coming to head the way that it has been,
So if
if
this is how it is going to end for the whole season, do you think that it is even in the cards for a season 2, like at all? If this is how it's going to end for season 1, like,
Yeah,
also is this also
I
to
think so.
protect the communities of each 3 contestants? That's also maybe Sam doesn't want to cry on camera. Like, there's a
Bro,
few different
you're
reasons
playing
I can think
fucking
of.
Zelda. You gotta turn that shit down. We hear that shit.
That's not even me. That's my roommate. But
all right, John Tent, what's up?
Yeah, I was gonna say in terms of like a season 2, yeah, maybe this is a learning experience for them. If you were talking about the audience and production and the contestants themselves getting strung out, like maybe next season they do it again. If they do it again, they do 4 weeks instead. Because obviously, I guess at this point it's going on a little too long. People, they're getting stir crazy and things are happening that they don't want to.
For real, Moon, what's up?
Yeah, I'm getting reports saying Nick needs to go in and give them a second opinion on the house, because obviously he's well versed in this stuff.
Well, Sam was saying Scuff
Hell
Realtor
yeah,
was showing
for
up,
sure.
so I guess that's canceled now.
I think they're live right now.
They are. Michael, what's up?
Yeah, I'm kind of in two minds of this because if you remember, like, was it around about week 2, you had Caminos come in and he gaslit them all about the state of the house then. And then it was actually in this space while we had Chris in here, I actually suggested the idea of, well, what if you guys get like a lawyer to come in and gaslight the fish that the house has been smashed up? And if anyone remembers that, like, part of me is thinking, like, is this a bit too close to this? But then on the flip side, I mean, very early on into the show, they had that massive fucking bill that popped out of nowhere for server costs. If people remember that, I can imagine that probably pushed down the profit margin a bit more. I'm sure, as the host has explained, his cast, that there's undoubtedly other stuff that's going on behind the scenes. I can imagine they've had to pay some kind of legal team or a lawyer, at least some kind of retainer, just to constantly keep eyes on stuff to make sure stuff doesn't go above and beyond. I don't know. I really am hoping this is like one of the best gaslights that Sam and Jet's pulled so far. But I mean, if it is, fucking hell, they're doing a very good job of it. And if it's not, look, I'm pretty sure these guys have realized that they've kind of struck a right nerve with this, with the fandom that built up around this. Maybe it just didn't break out of the sort of shadow bans area that it got on Twitter because all our hashtags got quite knocked down and it just didn't get the audience that it needed. But, like some people have said, hopefully, if this isn't a gaslight, it's a learning experience and they'll come back season 2, polish out all the cracks, so excuse the pun, and hey, look, MDE never dies, and I'm hoping Fishtank never dies as well.
Yosemite.
I don't think it's over. What this reminds me of is Orson Welles doing War of the Worlds on the radio. That's the first thing I thought of. And at the very least, it's a bit to get Chris out of the house. And then they stay. I've actually done this to a roommate. But the Orson Welles thing is what I thought of. That's what I think.
There we go. We got a pro in here. Drippy. What is up, my drippy nigga?
Yo, man. Shit. This is one psyop. I'm just saying. I think it's a demoralization technique that it's not really ending tonight unless we forget the crew has also been filming independently the whole time on DSLRs. There will be a documentary afterwards. If it's anything like the iDubbbz documentary, it will get millions of views and create a lot of buzz, and then it will make elders out of those who watched it in real time.
I mean, even ending it this way could actually be, it's more of a whimper if this actually is it, but it could be a way to sort of brush some things that are going on under the rug and then be able to tackle them, free up their time to do so. Johnton.
Yeah, John is actually like a certified loan officer. He's able to give financing. He's posted about it before. So I'm thinking this could be the culmination of his hero arc. He's actually going to go downstairs to production, give them a loan to continue the show, and save Fishtank Live.
He has successfully saved the kitchen from Chris's cooking fires several times already. So the guy is real. Cody, what's up?
Yeah, I was gonna say about like with the damage and everything towards the house. I was like, he knows Nick, like they're best buddies. Like I'm sure like Chris or Nick would come in and be like, yeah, this guy's fucking up the ass here. I could get you someone cheaper or something like that, you know? I like it doesn't make any sense to me. He knows all these guys that work on houses. They could definitely get somebody cheaper to do that fucking shit.
I don't know, man. Shit is so expensive nowadays, especially with houses. Deleted.
Yo, what's up? Yeah, this is
What's
a
up?
definite coin dump psyop. Just to put it in perspective, since the announcement of ending the show, they've already made $6,000 off of TTS messages. So definitely just a way to kind of change the mood. I don't want to, completely ruin the bit, but I just don't believe it's over.
They got to get John Stewart in there.
I would generally even be in favor of hitting almost the emergency brake there, because, I mean, for real, I'd even be interested if anyone else up here has noticed just like the mood of people are so strung out and it's all over mood. So if we can actually go into the depths of it's all over and experience we're so back at the end, that would be fantastic.
Yeah,
Drippy nigga, because I like saying that.
I think in this atmosphere of it's all over, if it were me, and I know that's kind of what we all talk about, I would open all the windows and all the doors, throw a party outside the house, and create some sort of last man with his hand on the car wins the car type situation, which very well could be the theme they're doing with this whole, debate over who's winning. Because they know, I don't know what the contract looked like when they signed it, but perhaps in a Hail Mary, last one to walk out the door wins regardless of what they say. Could be a side.
Breaking news. A little breaking news. Josie Gang is trending next to PSYOP is trending. I mean, PSYOP's like a meme coin, but PSYOP and Josie Gang are trending. The stars have aligned on all that voodoo shit. That pagan ritual that they did in the house the other day has come to fruition. Star Killer.
Yeah, no, just I'm gonna. Oh,
Yeah, we can hear you. Your mic's pretty bad, but yeah.
oh shit! No.
But go. You're good.
God damn it! What was I gonna? You know what? I'll come back to me later. I forgot what I was gonna say.
Yeah, no worries. It happens to the best of us. Guppy, what's up?
So I just wanted to make 2 quick points. One, I'm in early morning chat because I'm go to work. So, but I've seen Wes talking this morning about the cost of how they got the cost down for the streaming. So I don't know why he was even talking about the cost this morning. It might have been yesterday morning. Either way, also point out that they did just introduce the leaderboard for like whoever spends the most on fish coins, and you're gonna get your name in the credits and like. So I don't know. Just all this makes no sense.
Definitely can go either way. I would imagine as time goes on and the sort of shock of what they just did simmers, then more rationality will come into play. So the I guess assumption here will become more clear. Star Killer.
Okay, yeah, I remember now. This is a bit for the audience. This is not a bit for the fish. The fish just happened to be involved with it. That just like Jason and Jet, this is a bit. They are so in this bit, and the audience is completely falling for it. It's just, again, I don't believe this for a second unless they all walk out of the doors and the camera shut down. Bit, 100%.
The more we say bit and conspiracy, the more I feel it's a bit and conspiracy. Michael.
I mean, I'm hoping the same. I'm kind of strongly hoping for the mindset that until those cameras go off and we see them walk out that door, that this is one of their best gaslights yet. But I hate to kind of push it back on you, and I'm not trying to pressure you, and I don't want you to say anything that you can't say, but you keep sort of insinuating there's something that might be going on behind the scenes that might be influencing this. Is there anything you might be able to sort of like give a very general idea of what that might be,
And
or the costs
honestly,
involved, or
that's the extent that I know. So
okay.
to like they keep things pretty zip over there. Even when we talk to the fish and everything, they, unless they're in the basement trying to gas them up or something, like for instance, Simon, he didn't get any information. He just got a plane ticket and flown out and put in the tank. So they don't reveal a lot of information. I do know that there's a lot more chaos behind the scenes that just they're obviously not going to taint the show with surplus.
Gold Striker made a passing comment about putting them all in the same hotel room with a live stream, and I don't know, that might have been like a foreshadowing.
It would be an interesting change of pace. What's up, Woom?
Oh, I'm with Drippy in Yosemite. It could be an epic gaslight to try to force somebody out of the house quick, or a gaslight to get Chris out of the house. Also, the team has been tweeting about fatigue from schizo fans recently.
Exactly. So, for all of the things that could be going on, and I know that they have a relationship with the local police and sheriff, and they have someone present 24/7, which people have said that alone costs a couple hundred an hour or something like that just to do.
Also, it just wouldn't make sense not to buy the house too, and it coincides with the other project they have going on with Scuffed Realtor. Honestly, in this climate, it would make sense to buy a house with semi-decent floor and cabinets, and then put better floor and cabinets, potentially sell at a profit.
If I was also to guess, like, what are some of the chaos things going on behind the scenes that they're keeping on the down low, we even get some of this on our end, just in my DMs and whatnot, is the overzealous fans, especially if you're watching Letty get spit on and shit, attacking the house, so in one way or another. So, Drippy, what's up?
I think you bring up a good point with her getting spit on, because now you're crossing into actually documenting assault. But I want to reiterate, I think it's possible all gaslighting, and they're creating like on the episode of like Zoe 101, they've done in a bunch of shows where they have the contest for the cars, last one to take their hand off it wins the car, like that, except they're just trying to coax them into walking out the door. Or you mentioned a hotel room. I think they could just be jammed in bedroom number 4 with the bathroom and see who lasts the longest, because it is consensual that they stay there, so they could cut them off from food legally with those being conditions, I believe. So, that's where my head's at.
They could. I mean, they kind of actually just did something like that with the Don't Stop Moving contest, which gave Josie one, so gave her elimination safety. And they just had Vance do a beard shaving contest for him to win. So if they are going to move on, we might have just seen just the internal team saying, hey, Letty's it could even be Letty's fans, what they're doing, things like that is causing so much issue for them.
I also
that
believe that if
they
really
dropped her.
I also believe that if they really want to expedite the process, lest they forget there are fish bucks in play with the contestants, They could have a casino night. They could play blackjack. They could take wagers. There's many ways to accelerate.
I've kind of liked the casino night idea. Hey, Dylan. So in the bottom left, you can unmute yourself.
Oh, hey, awesome. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
All right, my little conspiracy theory is, has anyone in this chat ever, in their time of following Sam Hyde, seen him give up on anything?
No, this is more Jet's project, but I'm
And I
definitely
mean,
with you there.
even Jet as a, and I mean, I don't want to, put Jet down in any sort of way because he's such a badass, but as Sam's protege, as I've seen it, do you think he would give up on anything?
Just that from a virtue standpoint is a good point. Michael, what's up?
I mean, let's say this is legit. They've ran out of money. This landlord came in and blew a gasket and said, right, here's the bill. Unless you pay it like now, get out of the house. The thing that's kind of tweaking my head in that scenario is if you go on the website right now and click on Airsoft Fatty's Victory Fund, they've raised like $10,000 for Fatty in like 24 hours. I mean, I know it might not sit right with certain amounts of fans of like saying, look, guys, we might need a bit more to keep the show going. But I mean, if they're raising like 10 grand for a freeloader, especially one who's a bit of more of a problematic freeloader, like, I don't know, it's just not sitting right for me if there's like this capital sitting here. And then there's also the fact that in the run up to the finale, when and if it ever did come, is that would bring a lot more people back for those final days, and that would have gotten a lot more TTS and a lot more engagement, you would imagine, onto the site. So I don't know, this is just kind of my scatterbrain thinking of it, that there would have been a payoff coming in the end of this week and in the couple final challenges. And like I say, I don't know, it just doesn't sit right with me, this Airsoft Fatty GoFundMe up on the top there. But who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe it's legit. Maybe
I personally thought,
went nuts.
I mean,
breaking
how
news,
naive I am.
sorry.
I kind of, what's up?
Jason just tweeted, or Sam, announcing winner now.
Damn. Well,
looks like
that would be pretty breaking. I personally, as naive as I guess I was, thought when the swatting stuff was happening, it's like, oh, the house is found, game over there. How can they continue? But they did. Just sort of potentially moving on. So let's go Cody deleted, then Drippy on whatever you have in mind right now. But then I would actually like to move on to discussing how our impressions of sort of Letty, where that's at right now, and potentially Chris in the last 24 hours has changed. So Cody, what's up?
I don't think the fish thinks that it's real. Because I would have been running outside
Sorry to
getting
interrupt,
some
but
fresh.
the strikers going in.
Yeah. I'll quit.
They're in now.
Oh, they're walking in. So let's move directly to a live watch party right now.
Holy shit.
No fucking way. Bro.
It's bullshit.
Yes. Get wrecked.
Not real, not real.
Look at the fucking look on Chris's face. Oh my god.
No way, this is real.
I didn't think
I
it's a
don't-
bit anymore, guys.
Yeah, I don't think they gaslight this one.
John is
I say earned.
soothing right now.
No, this is it, guys. This fucking hell.
Ben shook everybody's hand except for Letty's.
Man, this is fucking mean. I know they're being ironic right now, but this is horrible.
Yeah, well,
they're lying to Letty about winning.
I wanted to say,
I love it.
More convinced.
Shirt was
This is
cash.
fake.
Letty was saying, Chris has assaulted me, and she was like making kind of these lawsuit type allegations. And she's like, I never made death threats to anyone, and she was kind of like implying that she was getting all of that heat. So I wanted to say I think you were onto something with that.
Breaking news: they just turned off our stream.
Yeah, cameras are down.
Moon, what's up,
boys?
Oh, they're
fuck,
so fucking gaslighting us. Come on, they
I think
do
that's a
that.
cope.
I'm fucking.
Bullshit.
It has to be.
I'm not happy about this, boys.
So where?
All right,
where
let's.
right now? I think they're putting us in a self-defense situation.
All right, I think the most important voice that we probably all want to hear from is Mr. President. How do you feel about Letty winning?
Oh, well, it's hard to say. I was not a great fan of Letty. I'm still not 100% serious that this is real. I'm not 100%.
Breaking news: the cameras are all down. Every single camera's off right now.
Thanks.
Yeah, I'm not sure that this is real, but if it is, holy shit, that was not what I expected. I don't know, something just seems off here. I don't know, some fuckery is afoot, so I guess it really depends. Sad to say, right?
All right, drippy nigga, you don't believe it, do you?
Bruh, I don't believe anything the white man puts in front of me, but let me tell you this. I would say the camera's down, give an opportunity for good exclusive coverage during the documentary that they talked about. This much we do know. I think we're onto something by saying Letty with her foreshadowing. And also, I think I would like to check her Wikipedia upbringings page. Just saying.
All right. Joey, what's up?
Oh man, brother, what is going on right now? This is a travesty. This is a shame. This is a desecration of institution, of MDE, the brand. If this is real, oh man, I think we're gonna have to organize. We're gonna have to do some in-person protests and rallies or something like that. We can't take this anymore, Mr. President. You have the executive power on your side. You have to veto a bill right now. Barring
I am close.
her from
All I
winning.
can say is that I am closely monitoring the situation. We are closely monitoring, and we may be, let's not storm the Capitol just yet, right?
Damn.
Even the Fishtank mods don't know if this is real or not. They're saying it in chat right now.
Well, there you go, Michael.
I'm speechless. Not saying that Letty definitely wasn't going to win it because we all, we didn't know what the challenges were, but this really does feel like an intentional troll of the audience, and I'm still kind of the mindset this has to be a fucking gaslight, or else they've just gone out of their way to fuck over the audience so much because, wow, I'm just speechless, honestly very annoyed, and the thing that kind of angers me the most about this is that fucking faggot Letty's Night is probably dancing off the walls right now, and he's going to be insufferable for the next fucking week.
Fuck, I didn't even think about that.
Major. Yeah, that Major L's wild. What's up?
Yeah, I don't believe this. There's no way they're. I mean, I'm especially petty because of what Michael said. I do not want Letty's Night to have any gratitude or positive emotion from this show. I was hoping that all of it would go downhill, but look on the bright side, guys. If there is a bright side, even if Letty does get the prize, she's all going to throw it away anyway. And at the end of the day, maybe Fishtank was just I don't know. There's nothing but I'm pissed and I'm coping.
This has got to be a very elaborate troll. I mean, look,
Joey, there's no way cabinets cost that much. No fucking way.
Listen,
no, it's the floor.
People are trying to. People are trying to conceptualize this if it's real. I see people online right now saying that, he's going broke doing this or whatever. But it's no, he's probably made hundreds of thousands of dollars during Fishtank. There's no economic reason this would have to shut down. I don't think there's anything in regards to hosting or anything like that. This has to be some kind of ruse that he's pulling on the viewers. And if it is a ruse, that's super fucked up because he's basically lying to Letty about winning.
It also makes sense because do we even have enough time for like another endurance elimination test?
No, it couldn't be endurance in the typical way. Lumber, what's up? And just so people know, there's a lot of requests, so I'm going to be cycling through people way more than usual.
Evening, gentlemen. Let me be delusional and grasp at straws here for just a sec. I think that this is some trickery is up because think of the timing. It just doesn't add up. Does Jet really come to this decision on a Tuesday evening all of a sudden? You'd figure he'd have the weekend to chew on this. And if they were really thinking this could end the show, wouldn't they have, kind of wrapped it up, wound it down somehow instead of this pathetic display?
Damn, President, what's up?
One thing I just wanted to point out: if this was really the end, it would and they really owed this much money, they were in the hole. Wouldn't it make more sense to keep the cameras running, to keep TTS flowing, to even keep fucking snack deliveries and shit going just for a few more days until the thing is over, just to kind of recoup losses, just take everybody down to the basement, tell them no more breaking anything or you're out. I feel like that if it was the case that this was real, that they would be trying to recoup any losses possible. I don't know. It's hard to say.
True. All right, we have a reptilian in here with us. What do the reptilian nation believe? Dope.
Yeah, on the behalf of all real reptilians, this is unbelievable. I feel like I just saw the plane hit the Pentagon, dude. Like, I have this sinking feeling in my gut. This is the most deplorable thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I feel sick. Ann, I don't know what to tell you. I'm gonna get drunk tonight. It's over.
Damn, it's so over, bros. Drippy nigga, what's up?
I mean, if this were in fact true, I would say they're treating us like a dog in the street. Undeserved, unflatulous, unaccomplishous. But I also like to bring attention, there's a poll on the site, whether it's over or we're back. Obviously, I think we're going to come back. And also, note that Jet, Gold Striker, none of them, if it were in fact a financial problem, reached out to the fan base to support. They didn't show any new incentive through merch. They didn't show any new incentive through a hassle comeback, anything of the like. I don't think it's a financial thing, whether that's what they say or what it's not. I think there's a little more. And I don't think we're over here. I think we're about to be so fucking back. That's all.
For real. Yeah, you definitely have the conspiracy beat. I appreciate the different thought. Raycon.
Yeah, what are you guys gonna do now that it's over? Like, you gonna get jobs and shit?
I'm gonna kill myself. Oh yeah, or that. John Tent, what's up?
I've never been so convinced that it's not over. Jason took a poll to gauge popularity and picked the least popular person. Someone talked in here a few weeks ago about how Sam Hyde projects like to make fun of the audience, and right now I think that's exactly what's happening. We are so back. Just wait for it.
There is a history of abuse here, huh? Zulu.
What up, boys? I don't know. I'm thinking this might be over. John just messaged me back on Twitter and everything. This might be the end.
We have some new information coming in. Dope.
I don't know. If we look back at what Gold Striker said, he said we factored in, whoever's going to use the money the wisest. And I know there ain't no motherfucking way that they thought of Letty when they came up with that discussion, because this whore is going to spend all the money on crack or whatever. I don't even know. It's not going to be responsible, I tell you that much. So there's no way they factor that seriously.
She gets to be a Discord neat for another year, boys. Isn't that a money well spent?
And isn't spitting on potential mates part of the reptilian mating process? Do I have that wrong?
I mean, you're actually partially you're partially right. We mainly use our proboscises, man. But yeah, we do spit on each other.
All right, Cody.
Yeah, this is definitely gaslit. I mean, look how they ended it. As soon as Gold Striker shook hands with Letty, they cut it all off. Plus, they have cameras down logo going on right now. So it's gonna be back up, definitely.
Some hope, Moon.
Yeah, I agree. You can drop me after this so we can get some more perspectives up here. But yeah, I think right now, like literally at this very moment, they're planning whatever the last challenge is going to be. And they may or may not even be working together to maybe decide on who they want to win behind the scenes, and or split the cash. I definitely think it's going to continue. And yeah, man, Fishtank forever. I love you guys. I'll see you guys soon.
Some new hope, Young.
Yeah, I know you guys are all, coping and seething right now, right? It's all right. It's all fine. But I have conclusive evidence on why Letty should have won, all right? I don't know if you guys have seen my tweets, but I've been working on a website called FTLtrends.party. It shows exactly who's the most talked about, most controversial, most popular contestant of the show. And consistently, Letty has been on top the entire way through, all right? There's no doubt about it. She's the most talked about, most controversial, most content, most everything in this whole show. The show wouldn't be what it was without Letty, and that's why she won.
No.
Yeah. I
She's
mean,
not
I've said, like, you have to give credit where credit is due. She definitely leaned into the anti-hero villain arc, and the fact that she's still there is definitely saying something. I'm not making friends by saying this, but you have to give some credit where it is due. Kelly.
I just want to say shout out to Letty Legend. That is Letty's night. So definitely want to get his perspective on this. But yeah, I don't know. I got my mind changed. I think this is real. I do think she won the money. You might see like a DLC content for an extra round for more money, but I mean, she kind of does deserve it. She did take the biggest gigantic shit test versus all the other fish, so I think it is deserved.
Are you delusional? Dude, I'm about to throw up in my mouth, man. I can't do it. This is
Man's about to read through the screen right now.
John just tweeted out. I guess he's got his phone. We don't know if this means it's really
Oh,
over
it's
or
over,
not.
dude.
But
It's over, dude. We got fucked, bro. It's over.
John was in on it. John is definitely in on it. Look, I mean, he was sitting on the couch with his glasses on, his leather jacket. He's fucking in on this bit, definitely.
this may have been planned since this morning because, as I was saying earlier, like Letty got the most hate she's ever gotten today. Maybe they knew she was winning from this morning, and they're like, let's just go all out on her.
And John has been acting more sus since he's been back than previous times.
Dude, I like how we have people in the comments that are having like full blown mental breakdowns. Jeez, guys, calm down, dude. It's gonna be all right, man. What the hell?
Yeah, we will get through this. Schizo.
If Letty had won by like winning a challenge, I could have accepted it. But this, no. If anything, they should have just taken the last challenge and made that the winning challenge. Or we're gonna give the money to the person that can use it the most. So I'm gonna give it to the no job NEET and not Vance, who's trying to get a house. He's gonna put the most of that money buying a home.
Well, I would say one piece of this that stands out to me in terms of breaking my just bias to just say it's a gaslight, because that's typically what I would say, and it makes sense for this team. The thing is, the relationship of everyone with Letty almost the whole time has been bad. It's been getting worse. Even John has dogpiled in, and the fact that Chris actually spit on her today, that doesn't seem part of the gaslight. Maybe he took it too far, but I think that seemed like the thing that broke the camel's back. Kelly.
I don't know. I still think she deserved it. I think Lance. I think we noticed that. Who said that Lance's dad was a millionaire? I mean, he's gonna get a house no matter what. So I think Letty's probably going to use that money in a reasonable way, but I think it was deserved. I don't know.
There you go. We have a Letty not night. Kelly is seemingly a normal fan. Paul.
I kind of want to agree with that. Now that we did hear Goldstriker say that he said fuck Vance at one point because he said his parents were rich or whatever. So maybe they did just feel bad for her for all the shit that she got, literally and physically, and all the online shit that they've seen. It got pretty bad. So maybe that was. It kind of sucks that it ended with a poll like that on the chat, though. I mean, there's people that have thousands of dollars in coins to sway those polls. So I just don't believe that. I see that as the bit.
There you go. Michael, you have something to say, or?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, left the mic on. I thought it was muted there. Yeah, I kind of agree with you guys. I actually don't hate Letty. I fucking hate her fan base, but I thought Letty was entertaining. She created good content, so I'm not adverse to the idea of her winning if it was part of the challenges. This just feels kind of like a spit in the face. Like that's the only way I can feel the way, like, without knowing exactly what's going on, if this is gaslight or not, or what's actually caused the show to end so abruptly. This just kind of feels like a big slap in the face. And in certain ways, like, Letty has probably had legitimately the worst experience here, the most trials that, they've really sort of singled her out and gone in on her. But I don't think that qualifies her to win. She kind of encouraged that through her devious personality, which created content. It was fun and stuff. But I mean, the other aspect is the way this has just been done. Yeah, she's got 35 G's in the bank at the moment, but the second she starts streaming or she appears anywhere on the internet, she's a hate figure now. Her comment section.
Yeah, that's true.
Are going to be full of
just to
shit.
even add context of Michael, he is an outspoken, not Letty fan. So the fact that he is saying this is a bit of a surprise on
like I
here.
say, I hate her fan base, but I actually kind of respect and liked her as a character in the show. I've kind of always had that point. I just feel that the way it's kind of been done is a disservice to the fans and to the fish, especially the last three fish.
Right.
It's just it's so annoying.
Move over. We got BG in here. What's up, brother?
I didn't really have anything to say. I just wanted the special speaker role, so thank you.
There we go. He's like Joey. Drippy, what's up?
Now, first I'd like to say the uncreativity is disgusting. But I don't think personally that we're gone. I think we're going to be back real soon. I think if it were to have ended, he could have done anything easily. It's a creative team. They can think of many things to do. They could have done musical chairs for it and shut it down in 2 minutes. Anything's possible. Also, I'd like to say if it was on a need basis, even though he's not an original contestant, Fatty would probably qualify for need. That's personal opinion. Obviously, it's subject to policy. And also, I would like to say, for everyone who likes Letty, the evidence points at, and this is strictly the data, that she will not fuck you, bro. Besides that, I think that's all.
Real. That's true. Cody, what's up?
I don't know if anybody else noticed this, but in the vote, there was 4 choices, and one was at 100% and was talking about Elon Musk or something like that. And then when I looked at it, probably a minute later, it switched back to it's over,
All right.
and we're back.
I mean, all right, not too breaking. Big Mike, what's up?
I just want to say I keep hearing people say that they don't think it's over. I mean, I've said on Twitter multiple times, Keem and Sam are friends and partners, and Keem wouldn't let Drama Alert post that it was officially over if it was not officially over.
It's definitely not over.
I mean, I don't know. We have Frank here, and I think Chris is somewhere in this chat too. So they probably have more insight.
I mean, are you really going to sit there and trust Keemstar's word?
I would
Sorry,
trust that he's not
I
going to
just
lie
got to get that
about
in there.
Sam Hyde.
Keemstar is
I would
not to be
I would
trusted.
trust that he's not going to lie about Sam
Hey, Keem.
Hyde's
The
information.
show is over.
Yeah, there you go.
Fellas. This is the end.
Are you? How can we tell you're being serious, Frank?
Because Sam texted me.
Would he lie to the president?
No,
Better
it's
yet,
over.
would
They
Frank
wouldn't.
tell us the
The
truth?
the people freaking out online is not worth whatever bit it would. Like, what would the payoff of the bit be? Like, we're pretending to end the show, and now we're gonna like, come on.
Exactly.
So wait, I have a question. Then why did this production end early? I'm curious.
I think we've been talking about it. I'm not privy to that, but I'm assuming it's just cost related, and everyone's just, I don't know. I think it's related to the money, probably. I'm assuming.
No, really?
What Sam said.
Man, I
I'm
mean,
calling.
you really,
I'm gonna have to go on high bitch nigga alert on that response, Frank. I'm sorry.
Okay.
maybe we need to get Morrow
And
in here.
also, I don't think
Morrow could get the
you'd tell
truth
the
out.
truth if you knew it.
Yeah, but I mean, why would they do that? I don't know. Just like logically, right? Like,
Logically, for extra content when the documentary releases,
Sam wouldn't have.
to galvanize the supporters to keep an eye when they tune back in.
what is the extra content they're getting out of that?
They could just shut the cameras down and keep filming everybody moving out, or they could continue for a day.
I mean, I'm sure they're gonna film everybody moving out and everything, but
Sam wouldn't have
Then why not?
Sam wouldn't have told broke Letty that she won $35,000 and then go, no, Letty, it's just for a bit, and then turn it back on.
That would be a pretty big mind fuck. I mean, we have seen some things I would argue is worse. We do have Scott in here. What's up? Yo, what's up, Scott?
Yo, my bad.
No
Fucking,
worries.
I was sending a tweet. Yeah, no, like I hate to say it, but I'm gonna second what Frank says. Like I texted Sam like, "Yo, is this a bit?" And he said no. Fucking and like, granted, I don't even know everything, but like I know a little bit about some of what they spent, like some of the costs that they didn't expect. Like the reason why they never got swatted again is because they had to pay, I think it was like 60 grand for a fucking police detail. Like the police department in the town they're in basically was like extorting them for money, you know? Like I think it's just that over time there's been so many of those fucking costs and things like that have probably added up as to where they're like, yo, like we should probably just like either A, quit while we're ahead, or B, quit before it gets any fucking worse, you know? And it really sucks that I like, because when he said no, I was like, oh, maybe he just like is messing with me too. But when Frank was like, no, fucking it's over, he said no, then yeah, I'm gonna have to say it's probably over.
I have officially gone back into a state of belief, so I'm back feeling the way that I did when we first started this.
Is an insane Machiavellian plot. Sometimes you just have to take things at face value. Use your brain to think a little bit.
Damn.
Yeah, like if this was a big gaslight, like fucking, like I'd feel it'd be hilarious first off, but then I'd also feel like a fucking idiot because like I do like 100% believe it, you know. I don't think Sam would have lied to me and Frank knowing that we're not going to spill the beans about it.
But it's
fucking,
like
if it wasn't
even be funny. Like what is the content out of pretending to end the show? People are just gonna get upset and like be pissed off and stuff. Like there's no logically it makes no sense.
And then telling Letty that she's won and giving her the money, and then going, "Psych, you didn't win." I can imagine that's probably
especially
going to end very badly.
after she just got spit on camera the same day.
That was so sick.
It just in terms of the information is looking pretty bleak, bros.
Well, here's my thing though. I don't understand what I'm trying to think about this right now from a production standpoint. What would the biggest, like, what would they be losing so much money on? I don't get that.
It's like I said, fucking, it's all these hidden costs and shit like that, you know, shit that like you don't even know about, like shit that I probably don't even know about, you know.
Bro, put them in a room and stream it on a laptop. They could do it if they wanted. Personally, I don't trust one of the largest trolls on the internet in the chat. Personally, that's just me. Also, recent studies suggest MDE lives forever, even if it is over, to live forever in our hearts, bros. But I think it's not the last we've seen of the content with the documentary coming. And they're losing. I don't think they're retarded enough to let like exclusive content go, even if it was over streaming, as opposed to now. Bros,
I mean, like, yeah, no shit, dude. Like, duh.
Yeah, so by asking the question logically why it makes sense, we'd therefore have to assess and estimate on their creative value in bringing this back. Greater feats have been accomplished by lesser men. I don't think
Bringing what? Like, what are they
everybody's
going to
saying
bring back? I mean, what is there to bring back? It's the show ended.
the
Yeah,
camera.
the
You
house
think
is
all the
kind of
cameras are going
over.
to come back on and they're going to be like, "Oh, just kidding."
Yeah, like I say, you can't tell Letty, oh Letty, you have won, and then just like behind the camera go, oh psych, no, that was a bit, you haven't won, get back into the show
Yeah,
and,
they're probably
prepare for the
beating
next
Letty with
contact.
rocks right now, and then they're going to
I
turn the
mean,
cameras
dude,
back
if they
on.
could pull off 9/11,
so.
I'm pretty sure Sam Hyde could pull off something out of this. But I'm just saying.
Also, if you do want to get a lawsuit from Letty, that would be the way to do it. That would.
But even on that 9/11 reference, they still blew up the buildings.
But they built a new one.
All right, Kelly, what's up?
35 G's, Letty. 35 fucking G's.
Uh-oh, he's gone full
It's
Letty
gonna be
cell.
gone in like a couple of weeks. Don't get too excited.
Baseman, what's up? Yo, Airsoft, what's up?
Yo, yeah, I guess it's over. But one of the main objections, which kind of contradicts what Sam was saying yesterday, was that it should be fair and actually competitive. And we had Letty losing the elimination challenge yesterday and Josie and Vance stomping around for 11 fucking hours. And that's just not valid. At very least, the person who won
That's
the
really
elimination,
funny.
the immunity challenge should be the winner at very last for the person who's immune from being eliminated. So that's the only sketchy thing about it. Like, it's a business decision. I get it, but
isn't gonna get anything. Too bad, simps.
Yeah, I'm not a big Josie
but
fan
fair.
personally. I just think the justness of it is the immune person should be the winner technically.
These white men talk with forked tongues.
She's not
Big
gonna
Mike.
fuck you.
Yeah, I mean, so Sam said he took into account the person that needs the money the most, and obviously Letty's gonna need the money the most because she is the most disliked, and Josie's gonna get a bunch of money from the pay pigs as soon as she leaves. Vance is gonna be fine. So Letty is gonna need that money because after a month she's gonna have no sorts of income from the show, like no popularity except for Letty's night maybe. So I can accept the fact that she got the money because I know she's not gonna
I
be
don't
able
know,
to
man.
finish.
She's got a lot of fans.
Yeah, but
Alphabetic,
they
what's
haven't
up?
spent so much money on her, right? Like Josie's got
Yeah,
like
that's true.
yeah, so
It's like all the Eastern European guys.
yeah, the Indian dudes, the continent of Eastern European and South Asia.
So I don't think this is a bit anymore, but what made me think it was a bit was when he was saying that he took into account how the winner would spend the money. And I think she's the
I think that was a joke, honestly.
Okay,
That was kind of
alright.
funny, I thought.
Yeah, because she basically said she'd spend it on like video game skins.
All right, Guppy. And then soon here we're just going to open up the no more hands. So
All right, real quick. So just there's a few good points of why the show should still continue. I think that Josie and Vance both put up a very valiant effort. Letty, however, I think she embodied the Hell House vibe. I think she brought a lot of content to the house. I think that if anybody should have won, it really should have been Letty. So in the end, I think the show ended the way it should have, if that's really how it's going to end.
I mean, the way that this has ended is one of the more confusing aspects. Letty has obviously been part of the actual narrative arc the whole time. She's leaned into that. But Josie stay winning. Kelly.
Yeah, I was just joking the last comment I made, but yeah, I mean, like, I don't think I would be mad at any of them winning. I think all of them deserve it equally in some way, shape, or form. But again, going back to the sentiments of the Hell House vibes, Letty really did kind of, try to play the game and try to kind of like win people over, scheme over people. And I feel like that was the true intent of just like how the vibes were supposed to be.
All right, I would say let's start opening this up. No more hands after Vance, and we will move on to, I guess, talking about the non-conspiracy. There's other things going on here. Cumby, what's up?
Oh, so going back to the fact that people want to consider who deserves the money. Well, people want to talk about how Josie and Letty and Vance, they need the money after the show because blah blah blah, they don't have income or whatever. I got an idea for them. How about they get a job? Because see, here's the thing: we got enough people on the internet trying to do what people like me do, what people like Frank do, what people like Sam do. There's too many people trying to make fools of themselves on the internet when they just need to leave it to the professionals, okay? You got your 15 minutes of fame from Fishtank. Now go and get a job, all right? Last thing I'm going to say is Letty completely deserves it because she basically carried the show, the drama, the storylines. This wasn't a popularity contest. This was a show based on entertainment, okay? And I mean, people that haven't even watched the show and just were following it on Twitter or whatever probably know Letty. Does anybody even remember Vance? Does anybody remember what's that dude's name? Morrow? No. So yeah, she deserves it. Rest of them, go get a job. That's all I got to say.
You make a good point. I mean, one of the issues is they're not even unskilled labor. They're whatever is before unskilled labor. So it might be a tough road. Bleach.
I just want to say I disagree with you, Cumby. I think Letty's the least deserving. She's the only person in the house that's never worked a day in her life, and she's a NEET. So, it's nice that she got the money and stuff. That's cool. But that's just like giving an OnlyFans some money. That's a black hole. It just goes nowhere.
Damn,
It's kind of
that's
funny
facts.
though, right? That's
Do
hilarious.
you have any want to rebook that?
Well, you see, you're starting to sound like a communist to me. You see, the value of your work is not based on the labor you put into it, but rather what it's valued in our capitalistic society. So if you want to go into economics here, we can go into an economics discussion.
Oh, I mean, we can
But
talk about
I'm
guns
not
and
gonna
butter,
do
man.
that.
We can talk about guns and butter.
We're not going to do that here. This is comedy only, okay? Let's not get into the smart stuff. All right, I'm not even that qualified to speak on this. I don't even know what I'm talking about. But yeah, Letty deserves it. I mean, she carried the show. Who
From the
cares?
whole capitalist point, I would say Josie's in head. I'm pretty sure she paid for that house with the plushies. Drippy, what's up?
Oh, I think Letty deserved it. I think Letty deserves it. And I'm
The
going to be the one
spit.
to fucking
Oh,
give it.
the spit or the prize?
No, the big it. And I'm going to be the one to fucking give it to her. This show's not over.
The dick.
I'm balling
This
out.
guy fucking sucks. Just shut
You
up,
fucking
dude.
Cringe.
True.
No, bro.
Just shut up.
Damn.
I'm
Drippy
gonna
nigga
give it
taking
to
an
her.
L from Frank. Michael, what's up?
I just got to rebuke all this. Last thing this society needs is more fucking wages. That's the last thing we need. And just another example of a fucking Ukrainian getting money from the American taxpayer and the American pay piggies for free for not for fuck all, but still. Ukraine wins again, boys. Hookholes are fucking laughing to the bank.
Too real, bro. Big Mike.
I think I think I can accept Letty winning. I'm sad that it wasn't off of a challenge. But I think the worst part about Letty winning is that it's who Morrow wanted to win, and we all know Morrow doesn't deserve to feel like a winner, and he's gonna feel like a winner when Letty is the winner. So that's probably the only reason I'm sad about it. But other than that, best to Letty. I hope she survives with her 35K.
Yeah, I mean, Jason or Jet deciding on Letty to win, it's almost too hard to handle here. Deleted.
Yeah, I'm not buying the gaslight here from Frank. My final conclusion is that either there was a deal made with Vance that if he shaves his beard off, they would get her kicked off the show, or whether it was a lawsuit threat. But either way, they're doing this. They're going to show the cameras are down. It's over. They're going to kick Letty out, send her to a hotel, and we're going to see a little, DLC arc here. They would never let the show go off in such a, depressive manner like that. They wouldn't end the show giving the contestants less than an hour's notice to, that they'll be in, a hotel. It's just not happening like that.
It could be like, hey, Letty, you just won. Please don't press charges for
Guys, I don't
getting
know if you're
spit
looking
on.
at the
The
website.
cams are
Audience
back
says we're
up.
back. Cameras are showing some movement.
Breaking news.
They're back.
Saver.
They can't tell Letty she
Oh,
won
fuck
$35,000 and then kick her off the show.
They could pay her $35,000 to leave and
Yeah,
continue the show.
They could very much do that, and if they do that, good on them. But I just don't. I think you guys have entered a stage of grief and it's denial. I think you guys just.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see.
100. And not only that, I'd like to return to the fact that Letty deserves it. No, she doesn't. She's been nothing more than a fart in the room and ecstatic. Yes, she's endured, but she hasn't incited many incidents. Although she's stirred the pot with shit talking, she hasn't actually done anything cool. I watched Vance.
Hold on, though. Fucking like in Letty's
cool. Go ahead.
In Letty's defense, right? Fucking the whole point of this show was to fuck with, to gaslight, to do a little trolling, right? With a bunch of fucking like weirdos that you would find like at a punk rock bar or like in a Discord server or like fucking playing softball because they're like 40 and they don't want to give up baseball. Like that was the whole point of this, right? And Letty was the one person on the show who the whole time was like, hey, I'm going to fuck around a little bit. Like, yeah, bit of a fucking annoyance, right? I had her pegged from the moment she went in there and she tried to get with Vance, right? I knew the type of bitch she was, right? But like, all right, fucking, we're literally in an environment where that's going to be entertaining. Like, she was entertaining. You can't take that away from her. So while it may not be exactly the greatest feeling to see her get the money, at the same time, I'm not also mad about that either,
Camera's back down again. Just a quick update.
Screen, we haven't heard from you.
Yo, yeah, I just want to say that I hear a bunch of nerd talk, a bunch of nerds in the chat. Everyone was out to get Letty. Everyone's just like, oh, she's smoking the weed. She's got the license.
Cam should back up living room with all contestants.
Bunch of nerd 4chan watchers doing everything they can to try and take down the piss witch. But guess what? This is not a challenge for nerds to win.
All right, y'all. We are immediately looks like switching back to maybe a live watch party. I guess we'll keep an eye on it. They're all back in the living room.
They're back down again.
They were all eating McDonald's.
Well, I guess I'll continue to say that, yeah, a bunch of nerds. Regardless,
yeah, we're nerds. You're a nerd, bro. You got a fucking punk on your profile picture. Bleach, what's up?
I was just gonna say, I'm not buying into the whole this whole shit is over. I think that
Jason's
they
talking.
sent Frank in here to to mog us and to make us think that it's fake. I'm
all right. Jason's talking. So let's switch over.
What's happening?
Just
I'm not
listen
watching
in.
What's happening?
Jason's talking about percentage of ownership.
51. Wait, Dr. Disrespect.
Dr. Disrespect.
Frank, you fuck, Frank.
I wasn't fucking lying. I have a fucking text message from Sam saying no. I will post the fucking screenshot. Holy shit, Frank, was he fucking with you, dude? Like, did he really tell you that it was over?
I trust Frank Hassel. Famous last words.
Man, you guys,
I was
y'all are
saying.
stupid.
Damn, I feel like such a fucking idiot. All the comments are true.
I told you I was closely monitoring the situation. You didn't believe me. I told you it was a work.
We can't keep doing this, guys. He can't keep doing this.
Fucking back.
All right, so we're so back. I wonder if they let Letty know beforehand.
I'd like to think that they didn't. And she's just been told, nope, psych, that money's not yours.
Was this like a bit the whole time, or did Dr. Disrespect actually like help them out?
See, the people who actually are losers that watch it 24/7 had some inside information on here all along.
Well, I gotta tell you, boys, I'm gonna have to reschedule the suicide that I had planned tonight.
Letty Sells on Pack Watch, smoking a big one right now.
Let's go.
Does Letty still win, or
No, fuck that bitch. She might get
No, she's just gonna get spit on
Yeah,
more.
she wins this L and more of fucking Fatty's spit.
Let's fucking go, guys. Let's fucking go.
Now,
I really hope
something
they
actually happened to
film-
the Yu-Gi-Oh cards, because that would be a travesty.
I hope they filmed the conversation where they sat down. If it did work out that way, where they sat down with her and said, "Letty, gotta tell you something. Congratulations on the win, but."
Frank, I gotta ask if you're still here. I can't tell, but if you're still here, were you in on this too, or were you? Did he play you too?
He just dropped, and you. I would tell you to ask your intelligence services, but they are probably gaslighting you the whole fucking time too, huh?
All I'm gonna say is y'all got mogged. Y'all got mogged. I never believed it for a goddamn second.
To be honest, I'm too busy watching the Gorilla Channel to really pay attention to what the CIA tells me. So.
The fish tank iceberg just got like 1,000 meters deeper. This is wild.
What a fucking! Oh my god!
All right,
fucking
no
Jet
more
Neptune.
hands. I know Schizo, you like doing hands. So I'll
did it
call
again,
you
Jet.
One thing that I am worried about from all of this, and I'm pretty sure once I mention it, people are going to moan, is Letty's night is about to be really fucking annoying.
We might need a legitimate.
I'm looking forward to, bros.
He
We might need a legitimate check of like life. We might need a real mental well-being check.
Is he
night.
online? Is he in the
him.
chat? 'Cause I think we should get him up as a speaker because I really want to fucking hear what he has to say round about now.
He's going to be screaming and foaming at the mouth like a rabid dog. I'm going to have to put him down.
Just so people know, I'm going to be cycling through speakers a lot because there's a lot here, and I want to keep the conversation going and new voices. Drippy, what's up?
First off, I'd like to give an official press statement and say, fuck Frank Hassel, he's a bitch-ass nigga. Never trust a troll. That's 101. I think that's been over-exemplified, too, with what just happened. I think it was from the inside.
Sir,
he's on his
we do not
right now.
tolerate.
Be respectful of Frank. He's a veteran, for God's sakes.
Listen, I support the troops, but I don't support lying. I will never be trolled. I cannot be dunked on. I will die.
It sure sounds like you've been trolled, bro. You sure sound
aggravated.
I can't be trolled. It's definitely something that somebody.
I'd like to give a special shout out to Letty's night. Keep sucking. Maybe she'll fuck you.
There we go.
Dude, Letty's
a little
night
redemption
might
arc.
legitimately hang himself.
Little redemption
tonight.
arc from Drippy
Honestly.
Nigga. Paul, what's up?
So first off, shout out to Frank for keeping the bit. Like you said, use your fucking mind once in a while. Just fucking think, use your brain. Letty's night was actually in the chat right when all that went down, and he was using all his accounts going ham left and right. Oh, Letty won. I'm crying right now. I have not seen him post since this came back up. So he definitely committed suicide. Everyone's tagging him. Nothing. He's gone. He's 100% gone. Yeah. So he might be dead. So let's go. We're fucking back. Let's go, boys.
Letty's night was probably crying from semen in the eye. There's no proof he actually knew it was happening. But go on.
And shout out to all the Clippers who are doing their work right now, so I can catch up on this shortly. Please take a moment to follow the speakers here. They make this possible. We're actually here every night. Most of these are the people making the memes and doing the clips here. Scott's in the show. Chris is on the team. We have a bunch of cool people up here, so please follow them. No hands. Floor is open.
What's good, everyone?
Chris, fucking were you in on that? Like, fucking, like, did you know about it, or were you just like, oh, gee, okay?
Chris was over doing Scuff Realtor.
Damn. Yeah, I was just doing. I just drove home from Scuff Realtor, and I joined the space, and I was just listening, and then I was fully in real estate mode. I was not involved.
That's cool. That's cool. Hey, how feasible do you think it would be for like Chris and Weston Chandler to like show up on like the last few days?
For who?
Chris Chan.
Chris Chan.
I believe he means Christine Weston
Whatever, fuck
Chandler.
that nigga, but you know what I mean.
No, we want the original.
No, I mean,
I think it's
I don't
doable.
know. That I think that was our ask before, and I don't know about that one.
Yeah.
Chris, you said you were in realtor mode. How realistically, how much damage do you think was done to the house? Like, what's a price tag in your mind?
Well, here's the thing. I don't know if if one cabinet is broken, I don't know if like that means that all of them need to be replaced. If like, let's say that one cabinet is like something you can't replace one of. You know what I'm
Could
saying?
be a collection. Yeah. I used to be.
I don't know.
We need to get
the cowboy earlier ripped off the fucking door off the cabinet, so he didn't really give a shit about how much it cost.
Probably, I don't know. Maybe like.
Are you guys listening to Jason right now?
It's actually a ballpark of between $5 to $12,000 in damages, but like that depends on like how much they're willing to renovate.
Breaking news.
Jason just
Sam is shouting at Letty.
Completely
Saying
mocked
she
Letty.
deserves it.
I just told Chris that he can't spit in Letty's face anymore.
Said that even if she wins, she won't see a dime. That it serves him no purpose. He'll have all his stalkers after him, and
I'm
even
actually
her stalkers.
I'm curious.
Also, there's a new incentive. Sexual activity will bring in direct money to the individuals involved.
All right, there we go. We got some new economic incentives going on. Chris, what'd you think of that spit in the face? Because that's been a hot topic here.
I honestly didn't even catch it.
Oh man.
Yeah, I haven't been keeping up, to be honest with you. When I was doing Scuff Realtor, I saw a lot of Fishtank comments towards the end, and F's in the chat regarding to Fishtank, so I had to investigate. But yeah, I haven't kept up. There's so many events day to day that happen in the tank that it's kind of hard to keep up with all of it.
Yeah, man, we've been missing you. We appreciate you, though, everything that you do.
Thank you.
And you being on YouTube, so people make sure to watch that. When are you guys on next?
So, me and Nick are on Tuesday, Thursdays at 7 p.m. Eastern, but Jet will be coming back to that once Fishtank is officially over. Which
heck yeah,
Chris, you've been doing a great job on Scruff Realtor, I have to say. Yes.
That honestly, it's been really fun. I've learned a lot. Nick is so fucking quick and smart with that type of shit.
Amen to that.
Learned a lot. So,
do you have any insight on how the energy levels and just the sleep deprivation is going on? And even the guys downstairs, they're not on the show per se as much, but they aren't getting sunlight. So do you have any word on how that's been for them?
It's probably rough. I mean, I'll tell you, me personally, I'm not built for this sort of job, like the fish tank work. That's why you don't really see me in there. But again, it's like sleep deprivation, stress that's coupled with huge spikes of dopamine and serotonin from just all the fun moments. So it's just like a roller coaster, I'm assuming, for them, but in a good way. It's all positive, and it all nets out positive, but probably just really stressful.
Chris, when are we gonna get the John Stupid second opinion on the house?
On what, the fish tank house?
Yeah, we need John Stupid's perspective. I think more than ever.
I don't know. It'll have to be when the show is that house, and when the show is completely over, that can be done. But I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just fucking around with you, man.
I've been in the house. I've been in the house. The house is like a 6 out of 10 in my opinion. It's all right.
Awesome. And Ryan, I'm sure you have a busy life. I'm sure, you only get bits and pieces. What are your thoughts on today?
Who, me?
Yeah, what's up, fella?
Oh, bro. I mean, yeah, we shouted out this specific space on the show the past 2 days. We covered. I tried to really get him caught up as much as possible with some clips, just some salacious stuff that would catch his eye. And yeah, he's in. But I really thought it ended just now, and it was so. Thank you, Dr. Disrespect, for reinvigorating the fish thing. But that was fucking nuts. I was calling everybody I knew. I was like, "What the fuck's going on?" And nobody knew. A lot of speculation.
Did Dr. Disrespect was he actually on camera?
No, that was not him.
That was not him. There's no way that was him.
Oh,
it's so funny. Damn, man. This show.
But I have to say,
yeah.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
It was.
They did a great job of gaslighting everybody about this,
For real.
because everybody that was actually believing it had a dopamine fucking thing that everything is back now. Like, think about all the people.
Back. You heard it. So any final comments? So you referenced that you're showing it to Gavin, I assume?
Yeah.
That'd be so dope if we could we get him in the tank, you think?
I wonder. I mean, what is there 5 days left?
There are like 5 days.
Yeah, I mean, if he's wanted there, maybe I could talk him into it. But I mean,
he's only like 3 hours away, right?
Yeah, same here.
In L Town.
That's right. I was just talking to Alex about possibly heading down this weekend if they need extra heads for anything. Really, I was just like happy to be at the first shoot, but
I think there's one shoot that we have coming up that will have a good amount of extras. I think it's this weekend. I'm not sure, but again, we do have to kind of go through a clearance process with some of the extras, but random people that don't have a name.
I can vouch for Gavin. Gavin, he's a cool guy. He's a family man. Y'all can trust him.
Yeah, Sam knows him. I mean, we played a clip where Perfect Guy Life, Sam was saying the nicest house he had ever been to. It was like a huge compliment. He was like, it was Gavin's house. Like, he had some sort of ceiling that, of course, Nick knew about. He was like, oh yeah, that's the corrugated tin ceiling. It lives really well. And
lives really well.
Nick
knows everything.
Yeah.
Nick is a fucking encyclopedia when it comes to that stuff. It's actually pretty impressive.
But I love you guys, and I'm fucking so happy it's back too. And Fishtank continues to play with the emotions.
Love you too, man.
Of all the watchers.
I know we were 15 minutes ago before the gaslighting thing was unveiled. I was trying to shift the chat into like, hey, let's all recall our favorite moments from the season, or try to shift it into a more positive mode, like, oh, well, what were your favorite moments, etc.
Yeah.
I wanted the conversation to go as far down into It's So Over feels so that we could slingshot it back into We're So Back. We are. Let's go.
I knew that's why you kicked me off.
Well, you're a truth teller. You're too much of a truth teller, bro.
Random question. How feasible is
it
to still get Somalian refugees onto the show?
Well, this is one of the first nights we don't have our Ugandan priest.
Damn.
And that's about as close as we've got. We do have Drippy Nigga here with his hand up.
Right. I just want to say, do you guys remember about 4 minutes ago when you were all coping hard as fuck, listening to Frank Hassel? I just want to say I wrote down all your names, and I'm just
Frank did nothing wrong.
No, but you all did trusting him. The ones who did. So I just want to say,
I still trust him. I'd trust him to watch my kids.
I mean,
I don't
he
have kids, but when I do.
he had a loaded gun pointed at him.
Yeah,
Have you ever had a loaded gun pointed at you?
I did actually.
Oh, but what is it? Was it a 400-pound YouTuber though?
No,
it was an incident.
No, black guy. In a school zone.
I think it was. It might have been.
Yeah.
It was a Sierra Leone teenager when I was teaching him combat.
Well, one thing he definitely was not gaslighting is Frank definitely supports and thinks spitting on Letty was funny. So there is some humor to it for sure. I think like in the moment for me, it just changed my perception of Chris, and that's actually hard to undo. Do you guys think that Chris actually just kind of had an emotional outburst there and spit on her, or is that all part of the plan?
He was possessed by the ghost of Frank.
I genuinely think that was a real outburst.
Speaking of Chris, I was thinking of like how often behind the curtains iDubbbz is like checking in on Fishtank, because he definitely is. I wonder how much he is though.
Well, no, he's moved on. Yesterday he released a squirrel search video, very engaging content. I almost made it through 20 seconds. And then he was streaming World of Warcraft today, which is this new game that just came out. I don't know if you guys have played it. It's called a massively multiplayer online game. Very, I think it's going to get big.
I've heard of that game.
Yeah. Dang. Well, guys, I'm gonna tune back in. But yeah, that was cool of knowing what it feels like to be like, oh, this is over, and then it's back. And I have been just been like a clip watcher lately because things have been a little busy, but I'm full bore into it. We've got 5 days left, and when it's over, it's gonna feel empty. It's gonna feel sad. But hopefully, we keep up and as a community, because I think that's like one of the biggest parts of it. Like, you guys do such a good job of keeping like it alive on Twitter and stuff like that. So rock
and
on.
to do that, make sure everyone follows the speakers here, including or especially the smaller ones. We want to keep this ball rolling. And just even in general, when this show ends, we've talked actually a lot about this on the podcast, is don't just give up on your account. Start posting new stuff, find what it is. And I would even say, it comes down to positive feedback loops. So when you see a fish tanker, especially a smaller one, posting something non-fish tank related, try and give it a chance over the next week or two. Because if we actually can continue the support in other directions, we'll find new topics that we all find it entertaining, and also we will be able to keep the smaller accounts that are here going. Very important.
Yeah, we gotta support each other at the most. Yes.
I had a question or feedback thing. So for season 2, would it make sense to use the same house because of all of this swatting stuff has already happened? Would it be
the 35K is a payoff, bro, for the spitting?
I have a really good idea for the next season that I've talked about in the spaces previously. I feel like you could get like a warehouse potentially, because you could get like those portable buildings in a warehouse. So you could have like, say, it sounds kind of weird and cultish, but like little houses inside a warehouse. So you could have an inside and an outside. And I feel like if it was in, say, a commercial area, you would have less problems with swatting, for one, because no one's going to like dox a warehouse. It's so hard to find out a warehouse from the inside. And two, you would definitely like have more options with the inside and the outside of those warehouses, if that makes sense.
I think a different area would be pretty cool. I think I'd heard that it might happen in the wintertime, so I think involving snow would be also very cool.
That indoor town idea is pretty sick, though. Damn.
Yeah, I think because you could have a pool. Like, you could have like a paddling pool or something. You could do jelly wrestling. You could have so many more options for like challenges and stuff. But obviously, people can't get drunk and jump in the pool.
Keem, please tell me that you were in on the joke, gaslighting us.
I just want to thank Dr. Disrespect for his kind, generous work of saving Fishtank and keeping us on the air. Without the two-time blockbuster fucking champion, we'd all be lost. So I just came here to say that. Thank you, Dr. Disrespect.
Thank you, Dr. Disrespect.
Thank you, Doc.
For real.
I don't trust
All right,
Doc.
we got
Everyone
Jet
go
here.
follow Dr. Disrespect.
All right, guys, I'm gonna hop off and check out the fish tank. Thank you, Dr. Disrespect, of course, and rock on, and fellas.
Hey guys.
Hey, it's Jet. Hello, you beautiful
I don't have
motherfucker.
much to say other than
Hey, Jet.
shout out Dr. Disrespect for really saving our ass here. It took some bravery for him to really put the money where his mouth is. He's a big fan of the show. He's been messaging us quite a bit with his ideas, and he pulled the trigger. He put money on the table, and he saved our ass in a tight spot. So everybody, give him the respect he deserves. If you're not watching Fish Tank, you got to be watching Dr. Disrespect streams. So much love to him. That's all I got to say, guys.
So, Jet, real quick. So we've actually, been in this space. We were doing a live watch party, while things were going on. But to what extent is this actually, am I getting gaslit in front of however many people are here? Or, damn. All right. Shit is real, folks.
Yeah, this
Go.
is.
You nearly made me cry.
It's crazy that this situation happened, but we have YouTuber friends, and I guess we have some pretty big.
I just want to say, Jet and Wooder. No, sorry about that. I just want to say, Jet and Wooder, you guys are doing a fantastic job on the show. I've been keeping my eyes on this every single day. I've been laughing on my seat and everything. So keep up the great work, and can't wait for the future. So,
Hey, man, thank you.
Yeah,
You guys have been amazing. We love you so much. You guys are the best.
I thought I was free. I thought I could get some sleep, man.
Not yet. Not yet, man. Not yet.
I'm so happy, but I'm so sad. My sleep schedule's fucked.
Now you got to keep watching. We got an extra special. What are you, Eastern time?
No, I'm Western.
We got an extra special surprise coming at 4 a.m. Pacific time soon.
Oh, goody!
I'm in Australia. That's awesome for me.
I'm Eastern time. Oh, this sucks. I got to be up at 6:30. Fuck.
I just need to know how much of Letty does she actually believe, or did she believe that she won the 35,000?
Yeah, she actually believed that she won 35,000, which probably kind of a letdown, but fuck it.
That's really funny.
All right, let's have people put up their hands if they want to shoot questions. I mean, this is a huge moment in the space. It's been a huge day, absolutely. I mean, it's hard to even keep track of everything, and it's not even over. Schizo, what's up?
All right, I have a question for Mr. Jason. Concerning Josie, what do you think her potential is in the kickboxing field?
I think she actually has no bullshit, like a surprising amount of coordination. You can kind of tell if you take someone who's untrained and show them a few things, and they're either going to be like fucking horribly uncoordinated, or she's got good coordination, so she'll be good.
All right, Cody.
Did you guys plan this gaslighting, or was this like a top of the kind of mind kind of thing?
Jet, why don't you speak about how we've been planning this specifically since day one? Jet, go ahead with that.
Yeah, it would be a wasted opportunity not to do a show fake out, but quite honestly, our version of it was not as good as the one Doc proposed when he stepped in. And he had twists and turns that were a little better than our original plan. So I would say it was kind of a collaboration between us and Dr. Disrespect. I mean, his he had the idea to choose a winner based on nothing, based on just staff choice. And that was kind of one of the best parts of the troll there. So shout out to him again. But yeah, this has been planned for quite a while now. But he wanted it how he wanted it and when he wanted it, and I'm kind of glad he put his foot down on this one, and made it a little better than our version was going to be, because our version was going to be lame, frankly. I got to get back in there and eat McDonald's. I got to go, guys. Thank you guys so much
We
for being
appreciate
here
you, brother.
tonight. For real,
Much
man.
love,
It means
brother.
a lot.
Thank you, gentlemen. You are scholars.
What a huge
Jet,
night.
can you get Chris to do some more spitting, please?
We told him that's a no-no.
We told him no, but behind the scenes, there might be some more spitting coming their way.
So PP is off, but spitting seems to be on at this point. Joey, what's going on?
Hey, just wanted to say one thing quickly. Last time we spoke, Sam, I asked if you could wish me good luck on an exam, and as a consequence of that, I got an A on it. So thank you for that again.
You're welcome.
By the way, could we maybe get a little bit of insight into what the final challenge will be?
We got to talk to the doc about that. I mean, we had a few things worked out, but I'm not sure, frankly, how good or kind of elegant they were. So his team is going to go over like sort of the options that he came up with, and I guess they're going to get in contact with us.
Right? Can there be like
time.
a Fortnite gamer challenge or something like that?
It's interesting. He wanted to steer away from gaming stuff, which I understand, because it would be kind of a pain in the ass to bring computers in the house, and it might break immersion. But I think if we did some sort of real life Fortnite thing and gave them tools to build, that might be interesting.
I'd be down for that.
Yo, Samantha.
I just wanted to say I'm really glad that you guys just had Vance just shave off his beard just for shits and giggles. That was really, really good. Really good call there. I was also just actually curious if you guys were looking for an assistant or if that was also a gaslight. And also I wanted to check if you're still going to go hard on Letty, like despite all of this, like she still needs more.
Yeah, you could. Well, about the assistant thing, you could hit up Jed about that. As far as Letty goes, I don't know. It's kind of a tight spot, because I think people think that that we're playing favorites, and we're really not. I mean, we're abusing her because she's kind of the funniest one to abuse. I don't know how funny it would be to like spit on Josie or something. I just don't see it happening the same way. But as far as the rest of the show goes, whatever happens, we are really gonna try to make it merit based and based on who really does the best on the challenge. So that'll be the tricky part, as far as making it transparent for the fans, and having them even if they're Letty fans and Letty loses, or vice versa and she wins, see that it was the outcome that should have been. So that's kind of what we're focused on right now when we talk to the doc and me and Jet talking internally here.
Drippy nigga.
I just got a kind of esoteric question. So Drama Alert Nation, tune in. Maybe this can contribute to Far Out lore. This is for Mr. Hyde, not Mr. Goldstriker. What happened to all the PS5s in the podcast studio that were supposed to be part of the Calling Out Joe Rogan challenge in video?
Yeah, that's the interesting story. It turns out those were actually all empty boxes.
Yo, Damnation, what's going on?
Got me again.
Oh yeah, I just firstly like to say that I knew this whole thing was a joke when you said that Letty deserved the money the most. that gave me a good chuckle. But my real question is, how realistic is it for Vance to get a live drum set for a day?
We might be able to swing that. That might be a good idea.
All right, Scott. Yo, Scott, you there?
Yo, just love the reveal here. Is there any chance that Dr. Disrespect is going to show up? Maybe give the contestants a few pointers about how to, maybe shoot some Nerf guns, some tactics, get in there and really help them out, because they're not playing tactically enough, it seems.
I'm
I'm not sure how much he wants to lean into his bit when he gets here, but he is going to be here for the finale. So that's something to look forward to. I'm not sure if he's going to have time to do some stupid shit with Nerf guns, but we'll see what kind of routine he wants to work out when he gets here.
Hey, Mr. President, do you have any words of wisdom for Jason Goldstriker?
Well, as I said, I was monitoring the situation. I thought that it was, a little suspect. I was waiting for people to storm the Capitol. I'm glad that didn't happen. But I did have one question. How would you feel about having them build a real table for one of the challenges? Have them just build a real ass table.
I think Frank Hassel might have something to say about that.
Yeah, that would be really hilarious, I think.
Yeah.
That'd be wicked funny.
That'd be really funny.
There we go. Moon.
Yo, what's up, Sam? I just had a question. If you guys had to narrow it down to like a singular influence for Fishtank, like who or what would like be the biggest influence on the creation of Fishtank, or was it more of like the group, creatively making the show themselves?
I mean, the initial idea, I think, obviously IP2 and what Ice Poseidon did with the prison house, and it wasn't a conscious thing where we were trying to do a sequel or a duplicate of that, but that's something I saw, when it came out, and I thought it was a fucking cool idea. And then as far as the actual bones of the show, like making it, it's been Jet deserves. This is his moment. This is his victory here. But the team, the whole team has been busting ass. Like there's been, I can't explain how much work this has been. Like the first 15 days were, it was punishment, man. The first 15 days of the show, like every day having some existential problem, having hundreds of thousands of dollars locked up in payment like it was just an unbelievable, like every day was some fucking huge problem. And my guys worked. They're so impressive, man. It's Jet's moment. Ben W. Bush, he's a killer. That man is a worker. Taxon is a worker. It's just, and Max too, the cowboy, the guy that does the concussion inspections on John. That guy's a fucking worker, man. It's just been a lot of work from all these guys. Jet's moment, inspired by. I wouldn't say inspired by IP2, but it would, if he hadn't done that prison thing, then I probably wouldn't have come up with the Hell House initial idea thing. So shout out to Ice Poseidon, Jet's moment, but the team has been working like fucking dogs, man.
Hell yeah, we've been watching, man. It's been so crazy. I do have all of the team members currently pinned to the top of my profile. Please go follow them. These are the dudes underground, making sure this whole thing works. Jason, I'm curious, with this whole crazy event coming to an end pretty soon here, is there any sort of like advice you would have for us as this community that has been so awesome to experience, to stick together, or like how do we move forward next?
So listen, I think I get the lol cow thing, but these people, they really are cool people. Like even Letty, like they're not behind the scenes, they're not like shitty fucked up people. And like John obviously is, like John's crazy. Like John is, John is the way he is on camera, but these people are all like they're good. Like I like these people, and something like this, it's a challenge because it's easy to get sick and get over invested in this and get, like you've seen the Truman Show, you've seen the scenes of people getting like overly invested in the Truman Show, and I understand that, but it's also like this is a beautiful, crazy moment. Like this is me and Jet have been talking about this a lot. Like it's just like it's an unbelievable weird thing that's like if you're in this, appreciate it for what it is, appreciate it as it's happening, and just understand that when golden moments come along, you just have to appreciate them and be there for the ride, I guess.
Absolutely. Just kind of experience it. There's only so many times in our life that we can have these moments. They're so rare when I look back in my own life. So for as much as people are here with us, like just really cherish it. There's a lot of negative emotions at times. We're not being outside, we're not getting sunlight, things like that. But just remember to actually cherish it because this is so fucking rare. Big Mike.
Yeah, hi. Sam, I have one suggestion. I've been thinking about this forever. So Chris obviously is a content cow, and like a week ago, he gave chat. I don't know if anyone here remembers, and Sam, I don't know if you saw this, but he gave chat and everyone watching like an hour speech about porn suggestions, like the porn he likes to watch. Like he just went on about it, and then I TTS'd Josie and everyone that they should go in and like listen to him speaking, and none of them wanted to do that. So I think you have to convince Chris to start talking about like how to pick porn references and things to the rest of the group because I think they need to also hear his porn expertise.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I don't know if I want to hear that though.
It was pretty interesting, I'm not gonna lie.
Even some of the extreme moments, like when we had to turn off Dontarius's bedroom 2, I believe, camera, that had to have been totally unexpected for you guys, right?
Yeah, I think he didn't know that the cameras worked in the dark, and that was that was a pretty fucked up moment.
All right, Paul.
So just real quick, I love the work. You're amazing. This has been great. I've gotten written up for being late. I don't even care anymore. Just real fast, what's your final words on Letty's night? Just, I know you've touched on him, but Jesus Christ, can we just hear it? Just a final kind of, just real quick, something about him. I just need to end him.
What, her ex-boyfriend?
I hope that's not.
No, he's basically the fan, the super fan that has kind of become the archetype for all Letty cells.
He has like
He's a psychopath.
He has like 5 accounts.
You might not be actually
He has like
in
5 accounts
contact with
on
him.
Fishtank and on Twitter.
God.
It's crazy.
It's one of Sam's burners.
How about to make it a little, and you can answer that, but to make it a little less specific, just like what are your opinions even throughout time on that 0.5% of extreme fans? Just
I think
like how do we
mean,
handle them? I guess because
there's a lot of people who are in pain. I don't know what the answer to that question is, but I think if someone's in pain, if someone's hurting, or they're just being like extremely negative on the computer, it's probably I don't know if piling on is what you want to do. I think just remember that some people are hurting in ways that you will never understand, and they're probably watching this show.
Awesome,
Thank
great
you,
answer.
Sensei.
Hey, Mr. President.
Guys, I'm gonna get back in there in like 2 minutes, okay?
All right.
I'm not gonna do the crackhead Trump voice, because I just was curious as somebody who's kind of worked in the trades. Did you guys actually do 60 grand of damage to that house?
No, I think it's more like 15, but it is pretty fucked up in here.
All right. Last question, Joey. And we'll go deleted. So Joey deleted.
I have nothing to say. My hand was accidentally up. I love you,
Bro, come on.
Much
He's
love.
Canadian. He's Canadian. Deleted.
I'm
What's
sorry.
up?
I can't help it.
Yo, what's up? So with things, coming to a conclusion here within the week, definitely people are going to have to find some things to do with their time. I know you've mentioned having this as like a 2-time-a-year thing. What's your plans as far as like a next season goes?
Yeah, I think we want to do it like a winter summer type deal. But if this thing ends, if the ending sucks, then I don't know. But if it ends properly, if the ending is good, then I think twice a year makes sense until it jumps the shark, until people start to get pissed off at it. But I think that's probably where we'll go with it.
Awesome, thank you.
And grouped with that question, whenever we talk about it, is: are there any plans on how the final edits will be distributed?
Yeah, I think the people who paid for the season pass, they're going to get the full documentary, and we'll probably we'll probably put clips on YouTube, but I don't know how vital the clipping process will be. We might just let fans take care of that, or I'm sure there's going to be so many people clipping it that it would be a waste of time to try to control like copyright and get money from it. So maybe just letting people clip short clips and then taking down the longer ones. But people are going to get the documentary is going to be crazy. It's going to be the stuff we've been filming behind the scenes. We've been filming basement interviews with people every day or every once in a while, every couple of days, and it'll just be masterfully edited.
Also, I just want to throw in there, having some sort of like highlight or like catch up, feed that people could view when they log in, because obviously, some people get lost every day not knowing what's happening, and the Clippers do a great job. But some sort of easier way for someone to kind of see a timeline of events, I think would be really helpful for the show.
That's a really good point. We should do like a bullet point kind of rundown, maybe with YouTube links or something. That's something we would do. That would be like a season 2 thing, but that's a good point. That's got to be done, I think. I'm gonna get back in there, guys. Don't be too addicted, and remember to take care of your own health when you're watching this fucking thing.
Bro, thank you so much. Just
Thank
even
you.
for being
Much love,
here,
brother.
The opportunities you've created for so many people here, the friendships, the connections, the entertainment, just even over the last decade, your perseverance, it's so motivating. Thank you so much, bro.
Thank you, guys, and follow the crew. You said that the shirt was cast on your profile. The crew
Pinned to the top. I'll
follow
double
the
check,
crew.
but yeah.
Follow Frank Hassel. Big shout out to Frank Hassel for coming through, and thank you guys again. Good
Love
night.
you, Frank. Thank you, Sensei.